Okay, so here we are in section 14.1, translations and rotations. This will be a pretty easy chapter. In grade 8 Common Core Standards, students describe the effect of dilations, translations, rotations, and reflections on two-dimensional figures. So we'll be doing some of what people do in 8th grade. So this material is important for those you will teach. Okay, so first thing is a translation. What is a translation? It's basically a movement or a sliding of an object. So when we talk about a translation, it's moving an object or sliding an object. So in this example, we're taking this triangle right here, triangle ABC, and we're sliding it. How far? It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to the right. By the way, when we count the movements, we count the jumps. You know, the jump. I remember when I was in high school and I was confused by things like this. A nice biology teacher showed me about this. I was counting lines. Like I would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines like that and get a 6, and that was wrong. And she kindly told me, no, Brett, we're counting jumps. So from this dot to that spot, how many jumps to the right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps to the right. That's why it says x plus 5 here. And then how far down? 1, 2 down. That's why it says y minus 2. It goes 2 down. So this is basically a movement, a translation of the triangle 5 right, 2 down. So we take the whole triangle, we move it 5 right and 2 down. Now how do we do that? Point by point. So we start with point A here, and he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right and 2 down, and then there's the new point A. Call that A prime. And then we take B and we also go B 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right and 2 down. There's the new point B. And C, same kind of thing. 5 right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 down. There's the new point C. So we take A, B, and C, move them each 5 right and 2 down. That's what this is showing right here. This arrow, this slide, this is called a slide arrow. That arrow shows how we moved the entire triangle. It's a movement of 5 to the right and 2 down. So that diagonal sliding arrow shows how we moved the triangle. We moved the triangle down to the right, 5 right, 2 down. Now the second part is about rotations. So there's two things covered in this section. Translations, which is a sliding, a moving, and then rotations, you know what it is to rotate. So let's take a look here. We're taking triangle A, B, C, and we're going to rotate it. And how many degrees is that, this amount of rotation? That's 90 degrees. And is that, let me write it a little more straight here. There we go. It's a 90 degrees, and that's counter clockwise, isn't it? Because you know a clock, whoops, a clock hand goes that way, doesn't it? You know, if you have a clock and it's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you know, etc. The clock goes down to the right. That's how it moves. So when we go, so this movement is counterclockwise, 90 degrees counterclockwise, the opposite that a clock normally moves. Okay, so I want to take each of these points, A, B, and C, and rotate them 90 degrees counterclockwise. Well, how do you do that? Well, the easiest way to do it is to just have some arms that go out to each point. Start here at the end, and it's, oh, by the way, it's with center O. So rotations always have a center. So we're supposed to find the image of triangle ABC under the rotation shown below, the 90 degrees counterclockwise rotation. So start at center O, right here. And from that point, go go right and up until you hit point A. Just forget about points B and C right now. I'm just looking at point A. I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees. So this little arm will come up 90 degrees. So can you see what it'll do? It'll go like that now, won't it? Now remember, this is all rigidly attached. Imagine this right here is a rigid piece of equipment. It's stiff. You can't bend it. So, but you can rotate it. So take this point and you rotate the whole thing. Now it's here. So this is the new point, A prime. That's where the new point is located. And then we do the same thing for B and C. So found A prime. Now let me do B. So from the origin again, go straight out to B. We don't need to go up or down, just straight did it. And then we're going to rotate that 90 degrees. So it's right to, it'll go up to. Be right there is the new point B prime. So that's a 90-degree rotation. The arm that went out to B is rotated 90 degrees, and the arm now goes out to the new B. So I rotated. So we're rotating points by rotating an arm from the origin out to the original point. Then we rotate that arm 90 degrees, and then we can find where the new point is. Let's do it for C as well. So for C, start from the origin, go straight over and straight up till you hit C. So that, remember, that's a rigid arm. We're not going to bend that in any way, but we will rotate it 90 degrees. Instead of going straight right, when we rotate it counterclockwise 90 degrees. What is it right now? It's 1, 2, 3 jumps right, and then 1 jump up. That'll become, the new arm will become 1, 2, 3 straight up and 1 over. Can you picture that when it's rotated 90 degrees? So at the end of that arm will be the new point C prime. So here it is, the new triangle. See, there's A prime, B prime, C prime, just like we found, right? Here they are. There's the new triangle. We rotated the old triangle, which was right over here, 90 degrees, about center O. We rotated the whole triangle 90 degrees about center O. You could picture it if you put your finger down on point O and you rotated the whole paper 90 degrees, this orange triangle right here would go right onto this triangle. That's how it would move. You put your finger right at O and rotated the whole paper 90 degrees, a quarter of a turn, that's where the new triangle would end up. And we found it by rotating each of the arms. We'll do more practice on that in a bit. Let's go to the homework. So here we are in our first question. So in this section, all we're going to have is translations, movements. And then on the next section, we'll do the rotations. So here we go. In this first one, I'm moving triangle, or whatever this is, quadrilateral. It's a quadrilateral. It's got 4 sides. From A to B. B is the tip of the arrow there. So that's what? How many to the right? 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps straight right. So I just take all of the points and I move them. That arrow is telling me how I move each of the 4 endpoints on the quadrilateral. So take this one right here and go 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ends up right there. And then take the upper left and go 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ends up right there. And then take the lower right and go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. And then take the lower left and go 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. There it is. So there is the new shape. It's moved that way. That's 4 to the right. I did it by moving each of the 4 points, the corner points. So that the whole quadrilateral is moved 4 to the right, which is what the slide arrow AB told me to do. So which one of those looks correct? It's this one, isn't it? Here's the real answer. All right, let's try part B here. Look at part B, and the answers for, here, let's move over here. Here's part B, and here's the answers for part B down here. So part B, this arrow is going what? 1, 2 to the right, and 2 down. From A to B, the slide arrow goes 2 right, 2 down. So that means I need to take each of the points and move them 2 right, 2 down. Let me take the lower right corner. 1, 2 right, 1, 2 down. There's where that one goes. And then the lower left corner. 1, 2 right, 2 down. There's where that one goes. And the upper right. 2 right, 2 down, right there. And then the upper left. 1, 2 right, 1, 2 down, right there. So can you picture the new shape? It's boom, 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 boom. There it is. Which one of those looks correct? It looks like this one, doesn't it? Yeah, there it is. 2 right and 2 down. If you can see that, it's not very clear, but 2 right, 2 down. I think you can see it. So the answer is actually that one, isn't it? That's the right. This shape moved 2 right, 2 down. All the 4 corner points. Let's try another one of these. So now on this one, they're telling us by this little formula. 3 to the right, 4 down. 3 right, 4 down. Right? X plus 3, 3 to the right, y minus 4, 4 down. So just take all 4 points, move them 3 right, 4 down. So let's start with A right here and go 3 right, 1, 2, 3, 4 down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, he ends up at the origin. The new one is 0, 0. So they want the coordinates of the new point. 0, 0 on that. So let's move point B now. So point B, right here. We're supposed to go 3 right. So 1, 2, 3 right, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. That's the point 2, 0, isn't it? Remember, you always do over first, then up. Let's try the next one. Now we're supposed to do C. So C is going to be right here. It's going to go again 3 right, 4 down. So 1, 2, 3 right, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. What's the coordinates of that point? Over 1, down 4. That's C prime, the new C. Over 1, down 4. And finally D. D right here. Again, 3 right, 1, 2, 3, and 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the new D prime. What's his coordinates? Looks like, coordinates, you understand the coordinates are always from the origin. So from the origin, from right here at the origin, it's 3 right, 4 down, isn't it? So 3 right, 4 down. There we go. We found the coordinates of all the points we moved. Let's try it. And then they want to know which one of those is the new shape. So I got to connect those up now. So C and D. And right, where is it? I'm a little lost. Oh, right here. Boom. And boom. Boom. There it is. There's the new one. So looks like this answer here, doesn't it? There's where the new 4 points went. All right. Let's try that on part B. Wait, this is a little confusing. Okay, yeah, here we go. Here's part B. And then the answers are right there. They're kind of a mess on my little diagram. We'll do the best we can here. So what are we doing on part B? I don't know. Maybe it tells me back here. Part A. Okay. Oh, I guess it's the same thing. It's still just, this title is for both A and B. So it's still 3 right, 4 down. Same thing. So let's just go point by point. Grab A. Go 1, 2, 3 right. 1, 2, 3, 4 down. There's the new A prime. Let's grab, and so what's the coordinates of that? From the origin. So from here, the origin, how do you get to this point here, the new A prime? You got to go back to down 3. Back to down 3, right? That's the coordinates of A prime from the origin. Now let's try B. Again, all these were going 3 right, 4 down. So 1, 2, 3. We're moving the whole triangle, 3 right, and then 4 down. Boom, right there. There's the new B prime point. Move that up here a little bit better. B prime. And what's the coordinates of that point from the origin, from the center? It's just over 3 up 0 from the center, isn't it? And then finally, C, grab C, and we're going to go, what is it again? 3 right, 4 down. So 1, 2, 3 right, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. There it is. There's the new C prime. What are his coordinates from the center, from the origin? What is he over? He's over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is over 5 down 5? Over 5, down 5. Looks like his coordinates. And then draw the new triangle. So A to B to C. So we've moved the whole triangle. What is it? 3 right, 4 down. 3 right, 4 down. There's the entire new triangle. 3 right, 4 down. So which one of those is the right answer? A and B look close. D doesn't look much different either. They all kind of look right. It looks like they barely overlap right here. So it looks like A to me. They're barely overlapping right there. Yeah, and this one's out a little to the right. Yeah, out. This part's out a little bit further than that part. Whereas these are kind of lined up, so that's not right. And this one's not quite right either. So yeah, it's A. There we go on that one. Makes sense there. Whoop, there it is. That's answer A. Let's go on to number 3. The image of the parallelogram is given. Use the translation, boom, to find the original parallelogram. Oh, they want us to work backwards. So, right, this is the image. And they're saying, hey, what was the original before you moved it? Get the idea? They're playing this game backwards. They're saying the image is given. So that's the image. And what they do, this is right 1, down 1, isn't it? Right 1, down 1. That's what they did. So they took the original, they went right 1, down 1, and then that gave them the image, which we're seeing right there. So then we got to work that backwards. So how do you work that backwards? Well, you know. The opposite of right 1 is left 1, down 1. So we got to go left 1, up 1 to get back to the original. So left 1, up 1. So left 1, up 1, boom. 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 So you just take all 4 corner points, go left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, and then connect the dots. There's the original. It's right there at C. It's sitting right on the axis, left 1, up 1. There it is. So that's not bad. That's all the questions on this part.